This shit right here sound like for real.
Midas, Mr. Midas has been like, Midas was an essential part of the landscape when I first came into the music scene in general in Denver, and coming up as a native, even though he was, from out of state, it seems like he's just always around. Like, he's just always there. He's one of the people that you looked at like, oh, you're trying to do it for real out here, then this is one of the people that you might want to deal with or at least know about. And it's funny because I came from that angle in all senses, in that like I did wordsmithery with his sister, and we found each other at different sets and rocked really hard, just kind of parallel. Came onto the scene at a similar time, so he was just kind of ubiquitous. He's always there. But the project, like when I started really like spitting hard bars or harder bars, I went to him a couple years ago. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to work with you, because he was so far outside of what I was doing, but I related so strongly to what he was doing. Like he is crossover because emotion is crossover, and he is visceral.
My first experience with Midas musically was in 2002. I actually met him in Mars Music. I don't know if you guys remember that, but that was before Guitar Center. It was during Guitar Center, but they were in competition with each other. And I ran into him, met him. He came up to me and said he was from Long Beach, and he needed a producer. And I said, I'm your guy. So we took it from there. Started working on the Molotov Cocktail Project. And been my homie ever since. Good guy.
My name is Janelle Johnson, and I am Midas's sister. Most people know me as Rukus now. I am a spoken word and poetry artist. What do we call ourselves?
I'd be like,
I don't know. I'm a lyricist. You know what I'm saying? I'm a lyricist, and I met my brother.
yeah.
I think it was July 1st, July 2nd, 1981. And I remember, as far as the music goes, my brother has been doing music since we were kids. And he's always written full out songs. Like this is a man who has never written a verse. This was a 7-year-old boy writing full songs that was relevant. It was actually about the drug battles that were going on, and it was dedicated to the president. And he won a national award for that. Every year, every single project that he's done, I've been right there next to him, and I've been able to see my brother evolve into this person who has made me an actual fan. Not only his sister, I love him as family, yes, but I am a fan of this man and his work. He's phenomenal, and I love him for what he does. Anywho, Red Cards and Green Bottles is a project that it's a precedent for me. It's the first project that I've never really known what's going on. He's worked on it, and for me it's been in secrecy because our lives have been going in two different directions the entire time. So it's an experience for me to be getting a chance to hear this album along with the public for the first time in my life. I'm getting to hear my brother's work along with everybody else, so I'm excited. My involvement with this album is, I wrote half of it. No, I'm kidding. No, I didn't. But as far as on this album, I'm doing some poetry on it and doing what I do. I haven't rapped with my brother in years, because if I do, I probably just steal the game anyway, and I really just want him to have this avenue. It's time for him to grow, So now I'm doing what I do as far as poetry. He allowed me to do the interludes. I make my appearances on some of his stuff. I love that he always finds a place for me. because poetry isn't always relevant, so to speak, in a lot of music. And so that's what let me know my brother is very, very versatile in his style, because there are not a lot of projects you can just throw poetry on there and it still makes sense. So that means that he's got a lot of things that are broad in spectrum and attract a lot of audiences. And it's relevant. Like I said, it always has been. The same songs that I listened to then, I just posted, 2 days ago? Pretty Black Girl. Just posted it. One of my favorite. That's it's classic. Produced by Cavalier, actually. Yeah, it's produced and sang. You sang on that one too.
I wrote that shit.
Right, I'm telling you, right. And I wrote the lyrics. I want my money too. Still waiting on my royalties. Still waiting on my
We get paid.
Who did this? Who was Jaggedin? Who got we suing? Who we suing? Jaggedin? Her name? As soon as we figure out your name, we suing you.
Red cards, green bottles. It's Cavalier shout out 2014. Mr Midas. We go back like Cadillacs, home folk flaps. Yeah, Pretty Black Girl. I need to get paid, man. Like I said, it was originally a jazz fusion track, just something I was, messing with in the studio. Midas had hit me about it and said, hey man, I want that track. And I'm like, whoa. I just heard like something totally different on top of it. He went on top of it, did his thing, and showed it to me. I was like, yeah, that actually works. Demonstrate. Great joint.
So I really tried to get him on a track maybe like a year and a half to 2 years back, and fell short on that from my angle. But he came at me a few months back and was just like, I got it. We've been talking about working together and I know what we're supposed to do. And brought this track to me, The Doobie Club. Welcome to the Doobie Club is the track. I love it so much. And it's a really contemplative, it's a perfect track. It was one of those magic moments where as an artist, you need to say something and somebody brings along this platform and says, hey, did you want to talk about this? Because I got that. And I recorded the scratches on my laptop after a horrible day, and I gave him a few different versions, like, here's a really fun thing, here's a really interesting thing, and here's a really honest thing. And I remember that I had little moist eyes while I was doing the honest thing because I had a really rough day that day and I was just feeling it. And I was sure that was gonna be the weird thing that like, he's gonna be like, oh, that's cool, but let's do the interesting or fun thing. And he hit me back like, let's do the honest thing. And I was just shocked and really excited, and we went into KMG Studios and just got free. It was all cathartic, like I really like my art to be, and it was really natural. It's very much like do you, because I freak out on the track and do too many backs and layer other people's verses. And he let me do all of that, and it was one of those moments where you look out on the booth and everybody's looking into the booth and you guys just start just cheesing because you got that magic. And I can't wait to see what it does in the streets. Like, I'm really excited, and to get to expose him to maybe my whatever my crowd would be considered, and to be exposed to his crowd is a really amazing benefit that I look forward to as well. Like that co-branding and that co-growth, because Denver needs that. Like, go team, right? Let's get it together. So, yeah. Welcome to the Doobie Club. Red cards, green bottles. Like, it's perfect. Are you kidding? It's like mile high shit at its finest. I'm really excited. And of course, I'm Bianca Mikahn. On and strong, all day and night long. It should be a good time. Don't laugh at me. I lost my mind, blurred between the bright lines. I was was blinded, yo. Driving while I'm blinded, coat inside it with the timing belt. No ignition turn, no matter how good the rhyming felt. MacGyver with the fire. Kindle any kind of spell, word is bomb, man. If they catch us, then we're raising bell, raising hell, raising shell, shock, block, rock, hard faces. They tell the